My name is Amelia, and I worked as a nurse for 37 years to build the life I have today. I raised 2 kids on my own after my husband died when they were young. My daughter Jessica became a teacher, responsible and kind. My son Brandon, well, that's a different story. "Mom, we need to talk," Brandon said, walking into my kitchen like he owned the place. I looked up from my coffee. "What's wrong?" "Nothing's wrong. I just think it's time we made some changes around here." He sat down across from me. "You're getting older, and managing money gets harder." "I'm 62, Brandon, not 90. "Right, but hear me out." He leaned forward with that smile he used when he wanted something. "I think you should start sending your paycheck directly to my account. I'll handle all your bills and give you an allowance for groceries and stuff." I stared at him. "You want me to give you my entire paycheck?" "It just makes sense, Mom. You won't have to worry about anything." He pulled out some papers. "I already set up the account. You just need to sign here." "Brandon, I've been managing my own money since before you were born." "But you're retired now, right? Well, semi-retired." He pushed the papers closer. "This way I can make sure everything's taken care of. Plus, I can invest some of it for you." My chest tightened. "When did you become a financial expert?" "I've been learning a lot lately. Trust me, Mom, this is what's best for both of us." There it was. Both of us? Well, yeah. I mean, I'd charge a small management fee, that's standard. He wouldn't meet my eyes. "Just 10%. 10% of my entire income? It's really reasonable compared to what financial advisors charge." I pushed the papers back. "I need to think about it." His face darkened. "Think about what? I'm trying to help you here." "I said I need to think about it, Brandon." "Fine." He stood up, grabbing the papers. "But don't take too long. You know how complicated these things can get." After he left, I sat there shaking. This wasn't the first time he'd asked for money. Over the years, I'd given him thousands for his business ventures that never panned out, for his credit card debt, for his mortgage when he forgot to pay it. But this was different. This wasn't asking. This was taking. My phone rang. Jessica. "Hey, Mom, how are you?" "Your brother just left." "Let me guess, he wanted money?" "He wants all of it." I told her about the account, the papers, the so-called management fee. Jessica was quiet for a moment. "Mom, that's financial abuse." "That's a strong word." "It's the right word. He's trying to control your money." She sighed. "How much have you given him over the years?" I didn't want to calculate it. "Enough." "Have you checked your credit lately?" "Why would I need to?" "Just do it, please. I have a bad feeling about this." That night, I pulled my credit report. My stomach dropped. 3 credit cards I'd never opened. 2 personal loans I'd never taken. All in my name. All maxed out. Brandon had been stealing from me for years. I called Jessica the next morning, my hands still trembling. "He forged my signature," I told her. "There's over $40,000 in debt that I didn't create." "We're calling the police." "He's my son." "He's a thief, Mom." Jessica's voice was firm. "And if you don't stop him, he'll take everything you have." Instead of the police, I called a lawyer. Attorney Rachel Martinez came recommended by Jessica's friend. "Mrs. Patterson, this is serious fraud," Rachel said, reviewing my credit report in her office. "Your son could face criminal charges." "I don't want him to go to jail. I just want this to stop." "Then we need leverage." She leaned back. "We need to show him that you know everything and that you're willing to involve authorities if he doesn't make this right." "What do I do?" "First, we freeze your credit. Second, we gather every piece of evidence. Third, we set a trap." Over the next week, I became a detective in my own life. I requested bank statements going back 5 years. I found forged checks with my signature. I discovered he'd listed himself as a co-owner on my savings account without my knowledge. Jessica helped me install a recording app on my phone. When he calls, let him talk, she instructed. Get him to admit what he's done. Brandon called 2 days later. Hey, Mom, have you thought about what we discussed? The account? I'm still not sure, honey. What's there to think about? I'm your son. You should trust me. I do trust you. I just worry about having access to my own money. You'll have access. I told you. I'll give you an allowance. His tone sharpened. Look, I really need you to do this. I have some debts that need handling. What kind of debts? Just business stuff. The investment I told you about didn't pan out. He paused. Actually, I might need to borrow against your house, too. My house. The one I'd spent 30 years paying off. Brandon, that's not... It's just temporary, Mom. Once my business takes off, I'll pay it all back. You know I'm good for it. Like the $20,000 I lent you last year? That's different. That was a loan. This is an investment in our future. Our future. Not mine. Ours. Let me talk to Jessica about it. Why do you need to talk to Jessica? His voice turned cold. She's always poisoning you against me. She's jealous that I'm trying to take care of you. That's not true. It is true. She wants you to leave everything to her when you die. He was yelling now. I'm the one who's been looking out for you. I'm the one who deserves to benefit from everything you've built. There it was. The real motive. Not concern. Greed. I need to go, Brandon. Don't hang up on me. We're not done. I ended the call. Rachel had everything she needed. Perfect, the lawyer said when I played the recording. Now we go on offense. Rachel contacted the credit card companies and banks with police reports for identity theft. She filed complaints with the fraud departments. She drafted a cease and desist letter. We're also going to change your will, Rachel said. Make it crystal clear that Brandon gets nothing. What about Jessica? Everything goes to her. But more importantly, we're adding a clause that if Brandon contests the will, he pays all legal fees, and Jessica gets an additional penalty amount from his share of your estate. Jessica hugged me when I told her, You're doing the right thing, Mom. It doesn't feel right. He's my son. And you're his mother, and he was stealing from you. She held my shoulders. He made his choice. Now you make yours. Brandon showed up at my house unannounced the following week. Mom, open up. I know you're home. I opened the door with my phone recording in my pocket. Rachel had coached me on exactly what to say. Hi, Brandon. We need to talk about the account. He pushed past me into the house. You've been avoiding my calls. I've been busy. Busy doing what? You're retired. Actually, I've been meeting with my lawyer. His face went pale. Your lawyer? Why? Because I know what you've been doing. I kept my voice steady. I know about the credit cards you opened in my name, the loans, the forged checks. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do. I pulled out the folder Rachel had prepared. I have copies of everything. Every fraudulent signature. Every transaction you made pretending to be me. He grabbed for the folder, but I held it back. Those are copies. My lawyer has the originals. Mom, listen, I can explain. Explain how you stole $40,000 from me? I didn't steal. I borrowed it. I was going to pay you back. Without asking? By committing fraud? His jaw clenched. You would have said no. Exactly, because it's my money, not yours. After everything I've done for you? He was shouting now. After all the times I've been there for you? You mean all the times you asked me for money? I stood my ground. When have you ever been there for me, Brandon? Name one time. He couldn't. Your lawyer doesn't scare me, he said finally. You won't press charges. You're too soft. You're right. I won't press charges. I pulled out another document. But I am cutting you out of my will. Completely. And if you ever contact me again or try to access my accounts, Rachel will file criminal charges immediately. You can't do this. I already did. I opened the door. Leave. Mom, please. I'm sorry. I messed up, but I'm your son. My son wouldn't steal from me. I'll pay it back. Every penny. Just give me a chance. You've had chances. Dozens of them. My voice cracked, but I didn't cry. You used them all up. What about Stephanie? What about your grandkids? He played his last card. You're going to punish them too? Stephanie left you 3 months ago. I know because she called me crying about how you maxed out her credit cards too. I'd learned that from my own detective work. And the kids are always welcome here. Just not you. His face twisted with rage. You'll regret this. The only thing I regret is not seeing who you really are sooner. I pointed to the door. Get out of my house. This isn't over. Yes, it is. He slammed the door so hard, my picture frames rattled. I sat down, shaking. Jessica had been watching from the kitchen. You did great, Mom. Then why do I feel terrible? Because you're a good person. He's counting on that. She hugged me. But being good doesn't mean being a doormat. My counting rang. Rachel. I heard everything through the recording. Perfect. She sounded pleased. He threatened you at the end. That strengthens our case if we need it. How are you holding up? I'm okay. Good. Because tomorrow, we're meeting with the bank manager to remove him from your accounts and set up new fraud protections. Then we're notarizing the new will. And then? Then we wait. He'll either accept it or he'll push back. Either way, we're ready. 6 months later, I sat in Rachel's conference room with Jessica beside me. He's here, Rachel's assistant announced. Brandon walked in with a cheap lawyer. His suit was wrinkled, his face haggard. Thank you for coming, Rachel began. We're here to discuss the settlement Mrs. Patterson is offering. Settlement? Brandon's lawyer looked confused. I thought this was about the will. Mrs. Patterson is still alive, Rachel said smoothly. We're addressing the $43,000 in fraudulent debt Mr. Patterson created in his mother's name. Now wait, Brandon started. Let me finish. Rachel slid documents across the table. Option 1. We press criminal charges for identity theft, fraud, and elder abuse. You're looking at felony charges and prison time. Brandon's lawyer scanned the documents, his face growing serious. What's option 2? Brandon asked quietly. You sign a promissory note for the full amount plus interest. Payment plan over 10 years. Miss a single payment, we file criminal charges. 10 years, that's... Generous, Rachel interrupted, considering what you did. Mom, please, can we talk privately? No, I said firmly. I'm your son. That didn't stop you from stealing from me, Jessica leaned forward. While you were racking up debt in Mom's name, I was helping her recover it. The credit card companies reversed the charges. The banks refunded everything. You destroyed your relationship with her for nothing. That's not true. You owe her $43,000, Rachel said. The settlement is more than fair. Brandon's lawyer whispered to him. Brandon's face crumpled. What if I can't make the payments? Then you go to jail, Rachel said. Simple as that. There has to be another way. Mom, come on. We're family. Family doesn't steal, I said. Family doesn't forge signatures. Family doesn't threaten to take someone's house. I was desperate. So you decided to destroy me? I stood up. Sign the papers or don't. Either way, you're never touching my money again. Please, I'm begging you. Like I begged you to stop? I shook my head. I'm done begging. Rachel, what happens if he doesn't sign? We have a detective standing by to arrest him when he leaves this building. Warrants already signed. Brandon's lawyer cleared his throat. I advise you to sign, Mr. Patterson. This is insane. She's my mother. And you're a thief, Jessica said. Sign the papers. We sat in silence while Brandon read the settlement. His hands shook as he picked up the pen. You're really doing this? He asked me. You did this, I replied. I'm just protecting myself. He signed. Rachel collected the documents. First payment is due in 30 days. Don't be late. Brandon stood, looking at me with desperate eyes. Can we at least talk sometime? No. Mom. My name is Amelia, Mrs. Patterson to you. I gathered my purse. Jessica, let's go. Outside, Jessica hugged me tight. I'm so proud of you, Mom. I just wanted him to be better. I know, but he chose this. She squeezed my hand. You chose to survive it. Later that night, Rachel called. He made his first payment today, early, actually. Good. How are you feeling? Lighter, for the first time in years. You should feel proud. You took back your power. Justice isn't revenge. It's taking back what's yours. It's refusing to be a victim. I reclaimed my life from someone who saw me as nothing more than a paycheck. Have you ever had to cut off a family member who was financially abusing you? Sometimes protecting yourself means walking away from people who refuse to change. Like and subscribe for more stories about people who refused to be victims and fought back the right way.